Welcome to the CFP Wesco Cameroon campus, where the next generation of professionals is mastering the digital tools that drive our modern world. Look closely at this single everyday action. A finger hovers over a keyboard, makes contact, and presses down the Enter key. We do this thousands of times a day, but what exactly happens inside the machine during that invisible fraction of a second between your physical touch and the screen reacting? It is easy to treat computers like black boxes, where we provide an input and a result simply appears. But seeing technology this way makes it difficult to troubleshoot or truly excel. Professional capability begins with understanding the engine running under the hood. Mastering these digital tools starts with the very language we use to describe them. Even the word computing holds the blueprint for how these machines actually operate. In French, the field of computing is called informatique. That term is a very deliberate combination of two distinct ideas. This graphic breaks it down. The first half is information, representing the raw data, keystrokes, and inputs you provide. The second half is automatique, the machine stepping in to do the heavy lifting and calculations without manual intervention. Computing is simply the fusion of raw human information and machine automation, designed to make your work faster and much more efficient. How does that automated engine actually work? This diagram maps out the three-step cycle governing every computing action. Step 1 is recevoir, or capture. Before a computer can do anything, it must collect raw instructions or data from the outside world. Step 2 is traiter, or process. This is the silent phase happening inside the brain of the computer. The machine takes the data it captured and transforms it, running calculations and turning raw signals into something useful. Step 3 is stocker et restituer. Once the processing is done, the machine either outputs the result back to you on a screen or saves it onto a hard drive for later. Whether you are using a basic text editor or managing a complex industrial database, the software relies entirely on this continuous loop of capture, process, and output. Let's ground this logic in reality. Remember that slow-motion keystroke? When you press a key, you trigger the recevoir step, sending a burst of electrical signals into the machine. Think of this like gathering up dirty clothes into a laundry basket. You are assembling the raw materials needed for a specific chore. As you see in the middle of this chart, while you work, the machine works in silence. It takes those electrical signals and executes the traiter phase, translating them into a recognizable text format. In our physical analogy, this is the washing machine automatically running its spin cycle, cleaning clothes without you having to scrub them by hand. Finally, we hit the output phase. The chart shows the text appearing on your monitor, going to the printer, or being saved to your hard drive. This is the equivalent of folding those clean clothes and organizing them neatly into your closet. The cycle is complete. Understanding this pipeline shifts your perspective. You see the computer less like an unpredictable box and more like a precise, automated factory. Let's test this logic on a completely different tool you use every day at Wesco, a smartphone calculator. Try to map out the 3 steps in your head while calculating a daily budget. The input, or recevoir phase, is the physical act of your thumb tapping the numbers and symbols on the glass screen. The traiter phase is the invisible moment the application executes the mathematical equation you built, and the restituer phase is the final calculated sum appearing on the display. The device is smaller and the interface is different, but the underlying 1, 2, 3 logic remains identical. This knowledge gives you a practical advantage. When a piece of technology fails, you can troubleshoot logically by asking exactly where the breakdown happened. Was it the input, the processing, or the output? This brings us to the definition on screen. L'informatique est la science du traitement automatique de l'information. Computing is the science of automatic information processing. Let's recap the 3 pillars. First, the origin of the word, a blend of information and automation. Second, the continuous cycle of receive, process, and output. And third, its universal application across every digital action in your day. This foundational logic is a core part of the training at CFP Wesco Cameroon. It provides the clarity needed to navigate the digital world, turning everyday tasks into professional, informed actions.